What am I thinking? Save time by making my tea. Oh, hello. I didn't see you there after I put the camera there. Hey everyone, I'm Angelo, Hollywood filmmaker, greatest screenwriter in the history of the world, recovering hobo. It's a very rainy, heavily rainy morning in LA, unusual. Have to consult with Moist Andy about what could be causing that. I'm guessing it's, a sign of the impending rapture. I have my loose green tea and chrysanthemum in there. Let's put the chrysanthemum first. You don't need many. A couple go a long way. That is way too many. That's alright. Look at this. It doesn't look like much, right? These are going to expand so much in here, which is fine. I just didn't want to use that many because I don't want to waste them. I want to make them last. That's alright. Get more of those beneficial chrysanthemum properties. And this just a pinch. Making my breakfast early. For one thing, I want to see if I can get some writing in this morning. Also, it's raining so heavily, I probably won't want to ride my bike to work. I'm going to take the bus. Conditions like this outside are a nightmare for people living on the street. Even if you're in a tent, the tents frequently collapse under the rain. You just have to sit there in the bitter cold, get hypothermia, and get frostbite. It's horrible. The smart thing to do, the intelligent thing, the best thing, as far as if you're concerned about doing right by people, is get everybody housed. That's the first thing. It doesn't matter who they are, what their life is like, what their situation is. Get them housed, and then deal with all the other supportive services, medical care, health care, mental health care, any rehabilitation, job training, whatever. Deal with all that. But housing is the first thing you've got to do. But that said, my exercise and bike rides are going well. I'm getting more conditioned. Still taking it easy. I just had a light workout this morning. Oh, and I got very, very good news. I'll reveal that right after the break. Yeah, Steve Minutes. I always know it's like I'm forgetting something each time I do this. And, oh yeah, now the other thing. Cider vinegar. You could put all this stuff in that tea, but so we could just do it this way. Get the beneficial lemon juice in there. Let me know when you want some really good news. funny. Lemonade is garbage. You don't need all that sugar. This tastes practically sweet on its own. Maybe you could add a little orange juice if you want some sweet, fresh squeezed orange juice. Or grapefruit juice, that'd be good. But then I would just eat the grapefruit. Alright, it's boiling, but I'm going to boil it a little more. Make sure it doesn't boil over the cup. Kind of hard to see in this microwave window. It's not that clear. You can see it boiling, brewing, broiling. Okay, it's about to overflow. Now, what did I tell you about how much chrysanthemum you need? You don't need a lot. Look at that. That's all huge. So I'll let that cool down. Mientras cocino mi desayuno, while I cook my breakfast, or cook, I want to say make my breakfast. Would I say hacer or fabricar, like fabricate, sort of, or just hacer, like do or make? Yeah, I guess mientras hago mi desayuno, espero por mi té bajar en temperatura. I don't know how to say cool down. Like I'm just saying lower in temperature. Bajar en temperatura mientras hago mi desayuno. Con avena de arena. Is that how I say oatmeal? I really want to be able to speak Spanish fluently. That would be like a superpower to me. Be able to communicate in 2 languages. I don't put paprika in my breakfast. Save that for my lunch. But feeling better after my COVID. It's so great to have my healthcare managed now. Everyone should have that. How many lives could be saved by doing that? By people not having to choose between prescription medicine and food or rent. By making insulin free, or at least dirt cheap. Make it $1 prescription. There, that's what you want to do. Make it $1. Alright, you want to charge something, charge $1. You gave me cuchara. Grams steel cut oatmeal. Cook this for microwave it for 3 minutes, 45 seconds. I haven't been getting it as hot as I want it. And probably going to take the bus unless the rain dies down somewhat. I don't want to ride my bike in the rain. such heavy rain. Yeah, I can wear a poncho, but my face gets soaked, my glasses get soaked. Oh. Because it was raining yesterday, and so the handlebars got like kind of soaked, and then one of the handles, like the sort of rubber grip on the handlebars, water gets in there and it slides on and off. I don't want like mold to develop on it. I forgot to take it off to let it dry out, so now I just slid that, like the handle on the handlebar off so that it can dry out. It's just gonna sit here today probably. Still raining heavily. Got my chrysanthemum flower tea, healthy concoction, and I'll tell you all the good news. I'll tell you all when I get my breakfast ready. Good but it was good news indeed. Very pleased. Also, I'm 140 pounds as of this morning. It's not shocking or anything, like I was 141 pounds the other day, but you just kind of surprised, like, wow, I'm changing. I can see my body in the mirror, and I can see all my ribs and stuff. So I'm like, I haven't weighed 100. I don't know when I weighed 140 pounds. I'm pretty sure I was weighing like 150 pounds when I was like 16, something like that. So that's good. So when I finally get to my goal weight, then I'll switch up my meal plan and start adding calories to start building muscle. I'm excited. If you have the right nutrition, it's the easiest thing. The workouts are easy. That's not hard. I mean, you got to do it right. You can't just, do the workouts halfway, like, this, whatever. No, you got to really, exert yourself. But workouts are not very hard at all, and those don't make a big difference in weight loss. The weight loss comes from diet, from rest, recovery, all that. Try and keep my stress low, have success, but I'm generally pretty good at it. And I'm back at my writing. I'm so happy to be back at it. I just can't wait. I wish I was writing all day today. But that's a great feeling. I wish I was writing all day. That's like the old Angelo, feeling like myself again after being out of it for COVID and just stress-related reasons and self-sabotage for a few weeks. Alright, a little bit. Steel-cut oats. In hot. That is hot. Steel-cut oats in almond milk and water. Just trying to pack on the nutrition. Protein powder. How would you say protein powder in Spanish? I don't know how to say powder exactly. I know dust is polvo. So would I say like polvo de proteína? I'm excited to go to the Lunar New Year festival at the Dinghao Temple. That is going to be so cool. Add flaxseed. Love my flaxseed, so healthy. so wholesome. I talk to it, friends with it. Old white guy with a beard and cap on the front. So I guess that's a symbol of trust. Like, hey, look, he's your friend. I don't trust anyone like that. Presents themselves as just your friend. Maybe. I don't know. I need more info. It's indeterminate. But, yeah, I don't know. How many companies advertise as like, oh, we're just so good, we, help the local people to wherever, region of the world that we source our materials from, and it turns out they're running a total slave labor ring and it totally like destroying the environment where they're working out of, and bribing government officials. How many of them? Probably a lot. Oh, we just make good health products and stuff. Oh, olvidé mi canela. I forgot my cinnamon. How foolish of me. How absolutely unlike me. Quarter tablespoon of salt help control my bladder, because I've been pissing like a maniac. It got a little bit more frequent last night, so I gotta keep doing my pelvic floor exercises. Mi canela. Basically, Kegel exercises. Kegel's such a gross word to me. I don't know. I love being at the Thien Hao Temple. I love being in Chinatown. I love that it's just so. I can't believe the metro just takes you right there. It's a nice metro ride. I'm like, man, if only they really built out the metro around LA. How convenient it would be to get around. If you can take the metro, it's convenient as is, but. And I gotta make sure I can control my bladder. Oh crap, that's gonna be kind of an ordeal to make sure when I'm there for the Lunar New Year that I don't, just piss all over myself, or I can't get to a bathroom somewhere. They may have the bathroom open at the temple. Maybe I should ask him. Need a little more butter there. Make it a little more. Smooth. A little bit chunky right now. And then 22 grams of blueberries. I need a second spoon. I only have one spoon. Literally, one spoon. Because I don't want my freaking roommates using this stuff. A little generous with blueberries, 29 grams instead of 22. I do kind of want to, especially as I keep increasing my workouts, to keep my nutrition up. Just especially after COVID, I don't know all the effects it would have had on my body. But I'll tell the good news in a second, now that I've got my breakfast. Deciré las buenas noticias en un momento. So the good news is I got my eye exam last week. That came out back good. Blood pressure they took there, they said was great. And I had my blood drawn for a physical and urine taken. I'm like, oh boy, what am I going to hear from this? Always paranoid. I'm going to get some horrible diagnosis. And I shouldn't be. And if I got a diagnosis of something, manage it, deal with it, or confront it, whatever. But I got the results from my physical yesterday. It always sounds dreadful when the doctor says, oh, all right, we got this, we got your blood work and stuff. Basically, everything came back phenomenal for my blood work. Cholesterol's great. That was the biggest thing I was concerned about, but liver function, kidney, no diabetes, thyroid function. They said I'm low on vitamin D. I said I can take more of that. I have those, and I'll try and get more sun. And they said my white blood count is low. So they're going to check again in a few months to see. I'm like, okay, I don't know if that could have been from COVID. Definitely could be from not eating much and stress. So I don't even want to eat much. That's the thing. I'm not craving food, but I'm trying to be conscious about what to eat. So if I have to add a little more nutrition, so be it. If it's going to be stuff that can help my white blood cell count, I read blueberries are one such food. This has to be heated up more. I won't tolerate this. Just mildly warm oatmeal. How dare it? How dare it? So that was great news. That physical came back. Virtually everything looking good. Just low on vitamin D, which is common, by the way. So I have those vitamin D tablets now. I'm taking. The doctor said take 5,000 units a day. Like, no problem. I was taking between 2 and 3. But although when I took the physical, by that time I was probably only taking like one of them a day. So it's 1,000 IUs I was taking a day. And yeah, not enough. So no problem. Now I heard it's best to get it from the sun. So I'm trying to go for walks and stuff, but let's see. That's pretty good. That's warm. Walks in the sun. I'm not sure if I'm getting a ton of light now because the sun is kind of low in the day. But trying anyways. Like on weekends or days off, just go for a walk around noon or so. And also I heard you don't absorb a lot of the vitamin D from the tablets or even all of them. So, but that's the good thing about getting physicals. You can see the results and experiment if it's safe and all. Vitamin D I've heard is very safe. Like, you only overdose if you take like way, like huge amounts, like daily for months. I mean, like, one tablet is 1,000 IUs. 100,000 IUs a day for months. That's what I heard. Could cause an overdose of it. Wow, that's still hot. Tea. Hey, the last god. I don't think I've seen you here before. Thanks for joining. I was just saying I got great results from my blood work from my lab and urine analysis. Oh, I still have to get my tetanus vaccine and genital warts vaccine. I keep forgetting. But yeah, the one big thing I always worry about cholesterol. I'm like, what effect are all these protein powders having on me? Doctor said cholesterol is good, not even a little high. My last physical, like over a year ago, they said it was a little high. So I'm happy about that. And happy to know even with my cheat meals, it hasn't thrown off those numbers too much. Still good reasons not to overdo cheat meals. One of them just being psychological, and it's like, would I rather spend, and financial, would I rather spend the money on that stuff or just have it? But what a great thing to be given essentially a clean bill of health. To be proactive in managing my health care and to have insurance pay for it. I didn't even have a copay for the physical or for the eye exam. And what I'm excited about, doctor seemed really cool, level-headed, asked me if I had any other concerns. I was like, not really. Like just post-COVID, I did have a little bit like sort of brain fog for a few hours. Didn't affect my performance at work or anything, just a little bit like everything's through saran wrap, but it cleared up yesterday. And I did eat a little more because I'm like, yeah, also I haven't been eating much and I've been stressed. What's new? And he's like, well, those two things are those could cause that and they're under your control, so just manage those. But I'm glad he said okay and come in for a January 31st. 31st? Anyways, come in for an appointment. I have an appointment coming up in a few weeks in person. I'm like, I'm so glad. I'm like, good. My doctor wants to have a relationship with me and just wants, that sounds kind of weird, right? But like just a relationship, like so he knows who I am, can see me. I can address any health concerns I have with him. And also, it's good to just look at me, I'm sure, like, I don't know, look me over for moles and stuff. But it's in Chinatown, his office. So when I'm done there, head over to the Thien Hao Temple. Hang out for a little bit. And also, with all these dried chrysanthemum flowers and the green tea in here, when I'm done drinking the tea, I can eat them. They're good. So I'm just really glad to like be proactive about my healthcare, not fearing it, not having to pay a bunch of money to go to the doctor. I mean, granted, it's funny. I'm actually not saving money. I just realized that. Because yeah, it's free, but I'm paying insurance every month, like $100 some. So over $1,200 a year. I'm like, if I had just gotten the physical and the eye exam, I could have done it somewhere cheaper, like the Casa de Salud. They do it for lower income people. And I asked them, when I went there before, I said, like, do I qualify for this? I don't know. I make, somewhat decent money. They're like, yeah, unless you make like $1 million, like you can come here. I'm like, okay, good, because I didn't want to like, abuse the system. I'm fine with people doing that because it gets them, healthcare and stuff and cheaper. And like, just because you have some money doesn't mean like you should be spending a lot of it. But I could have gone there instead. So, it's something. It's like good to have in case I need other stuff. Supposedly Aetna, what they say on their website now, what they say on their website is not always right. The in-network places will not cover me. I've called them. They're like, yeah, we're not your primary care physician. We can't see you with your insurance. I mean, you could just pay out of pocket, but that's it. But Aetna supposedly will like pay completely, like not even a copay for like a colonoscopy or a lot of other procedures and stuff. So, or like pays a lot for like hospital bills and stuff. So I'm like, okay, I'd rather just spend that money and never need serious treatment for stuff and just get the proactive stuff, colonoscopy. Oh boy, yeah, it's gonna be coming. I don't have it scheduled yet, but I know at some point you should start getting them. Just be proactive. It's so nice being here, quiet. Um, I look forward to like working even harder and making these quiet times even more valuable to me. And I really look forward to being able to, you know, do the work I want, screenwriting, editing, coloring, making videos, making films. Everything you do comes with problems and challenges, but I want to face those problems. I want them. There's chrysanthemum, juicy, it bursts in your mouth. And those green tea leaves. Get all those health benefits. Let's see how bad it's raining out still. Yeah, it's still raining heavily. Oh, whoa, voice cracked. Going through puberty. I'm going to take the bus. And I have an umbrella, so I'm not going to wear my poncho. But I do have also a rainproof jacket, which, do I really need that if I have an umbrella? Let's see, what time is it? 5:33? Yeah, so I could afford to get going kind of soon, be ready. I want to catch the dash bus. The dash bus is free. Ride that beauty over to my job. And a lot of times there's barely anybody on the dash bus because it doesn't run that often. So if you miss it, like, you're better off just taking a metro bus. And it's like a circulator. It only goes in one route, like circling LA, basically like a belt. And the other buses, they connect everywhere and crisscross and all that, paths and all that. Nobody else gets dish soap here, such is my life. That's okay. Stuff like that I learned. Ignore it. Deal with the real stuff. So it's like, no big deal. Get the good work. Make lots of money. Keep making videos for you all. And be really financially secure. Help others get financially secure. It doesn't benefit me to get that if other people are not. Through, housing programs, transit programs, healthcare programs, all that, and good jobs and union protections. Man, do we need unions. And get a really solid place to live. But that's okay. I'm like happily dissatisfied the fact that this place is like a place I'm outgrowing. Yeah, it's big here in the living room, but you see, I like sitting at the kitchen bar. I don't even like the comfort of the couch anymore. So every day I keep trying to add a little something to my work ethic, anything I can, into my mindset. That's a big thing. I get stressed sometimes, but overall I'm doing very well. And coming out of COVID and stuff and not writing, that was the worst. The COVID wasn't the worst. It was not writing really like threw me off. It was like my spine was not aligned straight. Like, it wasn't me. I'm like, oh, these things I'm thinking like throughout the day. I'm like, I'm not connected to writing. Like, that's not me. But I'm getting there now. It's like the tide is coming back in as I'm writing each night. I'm writing assignments for class. I'm like, why did I ever step away from this? Yeah, when I had COVID, I had to because I just could not write. Like, my brain couldn't focus. But after that, I should have immediately gotten back into it. Like, it never hurts to do that. That's okay. Learn the lesson, learn from the pain, and do even better. Because I never want to take for granted that I'm able to write. And I was doing a lot of writing before I got COVID. And it was great for me. I was like, there was nothing I would change about what I was doing. It's not like I was saying, oh, I wish I was concentrating on writing more or something. No, I was doing it like hardcore. I still smell that scented candle I had burning. I'm trying to make my home a little more, tranquil and inviting. And so I had a scented candle I got from a corner store for a while here. I thought, why don't I finally get around to burning it, to lighten that candle. So I enjoy coming in my, even though I put the candle out, coming in my room and the scent is still here. I'm going to light it again. I got to get an actual candle lighter thing. Using these lighters, it's kind of awkward when the wick gets low. And candles are damn expensive, man. This is like the smallest, cheapest one they had. I mean, that I can find in general. Because that corner store I went to, they basically mostly had candles like that. I would like candles with cool art on them too. Alright, gonna take my supplements. Magnesium. Take that every day. Vitamin C. Good for immune system. Remember, these are to supplement your diet. They're not, they shouldn't be like the dietary staples. You should be getting a lot of your nutrition from your food. So if you can get vitamin C, zinc, all this stuff, that's what I'm taking now, zinc, from your food, all the better. The odorless garlic. Vitamin D3 now. Doctor says take 5,000 IUs, so that's what I'm going to do. So that's 5 tablets. And it's a lot of vitamin D gels or gel caps, whatever you call them. Soft gels. Echinacea. And selenium. That's a lot of stuff. I'm not going to try and swallow all this at once. I'll take like a few things right now. Oh, and you could see that glow of the candle on me. Oh, isn't that cool? I noticed it earlier today on my Fight Club poster there. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. Very nice. Well, I should plug this in and get it charging. Oh, hey, Darion. I remember you. Thanks for joining. No, I'm not going to hawk loogies. Yeah, sorry about that. Not my thing. But glad you're here. Glad you're watching. All right. Okay, I'm going to floss. Before I do that, I'm going to wash my hands. And I'll give you a view of my room, and I'll keep this candle lit here while I floss. I'll floss off camera, so it's not. Wait, can you see me in the mirror here? Yeah, you kind of can. I don't want to do it in the mirror, so just turn the camera. There you go. remember, guys, flossing is really important. Don't neglect that. You can prevent all kinds of problems by flossing properly. Look up good flossing technique online. It's not necessarily what you think, but it's valuable. And by the way, it's basically just going up and down between the teeth and pulling against the side of the tooth to make sure you really scrape it clean. Pull that floss tight. You don't have to pull it that hard, but go up and down. You don't want to just like seesaw left and right. Man, I'm skinny. Looking in the mirror. I like it though. I'm not unhealthy. Like, heard my blood work. Blood work's good. Losing weight. Just got to make sure I lose weight responsibly. That's the thing. Because the doctor said my white blood count was low. I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I'm like been losing weight too quickly at times. Definitely stress plays a part, I'm sure, in your immune system and stuff. And can't be having too much of that. But that's why I'm working towards the things that I love and want to do, mainly screenwriting and directing. Along with that, editing, coloring, I want to learn sound mixing, all that stuff. Cinematography. Partly, I just want to learn it. I want to know it's a good skill to have, but also to make my movies, cost effective, keep the budget low, but get the most value out of it. Because any job I can do is a job I don't have to hire someone else to do, which is going to be very expensive. And understandably, these are talented, craftspeople. But me, I'll work free for me. Or do I just pay myself a salary? Ugh. I'll give me a raise if I get a salary from me. Because I'm a good negotiator. Oh, I'm glowing. Look at it. What an ominous shot. Let me tell you a story, young man. You don't know this about me, but I did a lot of traveling when I was younger. You wouldn't believe the things I saw. Hey, that's a good lighting tip. You want a nice colored light? Don't spend a bunch of money on a light and a gel and stuff, or mainly a gel. Just get a scented candle and do this. Wow, what a cool look. But look how hard it's raining. And this is... I have mixed feelings about the rain. Glad about the rain, like we need it in LA, but it's horrifying for homeless people to deal with. Beyond what if you have not done it. And I have not done it on the street. I was sleeping in my car when when I was homeless. So yeah, the rain could be unpleasant. I enjoyed it when I was like sleeping in my car because I liked the rain beating down and stuff. It was like my private cabin, and it felt like a layer of security because I knew like pretty much nobody's going to want to bother coming out when it's really unpleasant, cold, rainy out, and they're not going to want to come up to my car and bother me because they're in discomfort too. They just want to go home, and that's been shown to be a thing. Like there's like fewer murders when it rains out. It's like a practical thing. But um, for people on the street, this is deadly. It's really horrible. I'm gonna take my pulse oximeter, even though I should be resting when I do it. And I've been talking. Let's see. I shouldn't have taken my phone off my tripod. 5:52. I really got to get going in a minute. Excellent. Excellent numbers. Okay, that's hard to read, but 98 oxygen saturation, that's very good. And 71 pulse makes sense. I've been talking, moving around a little bit. My my pulse when I'm really resting is around like 55. Cool ambiance. So I got to go, everyone. Thanks for watching. Click like on the video, helps me out, and be well, be healthy, educate yourself about the stuff you want. Don't settle for what you have in life. You know, uh, do better and get the things you want. Always, for everyone, and that's for me too. All right, everyone. Thanks for watching. Bye.